Well, this is the DreamHack Masters Spring 2020, and this is Fnatic getting absolutely pummeled all around the map. Every opportunity, Team Spirit took the fight to them, and moreover, Team Spirit won it 99.99.99% of the times. And that's a number that doesn't even exist. You can imagine this one was a rough one for the side of Fnatic. Of course, to walk this one in with me are Potter and Bled. We are ready to talk why Fnatic got absolutely spanked on this map.
Oh man, Fnatic, they just got outplayed on every single level, and it's so strange to think that, right? Fnatic, who was just ranked #1 in the world a month ago, albeit not for a very long time, but still they're reaching from #3, finally made it to #1, and now they find themselves here. I think that last round kind of very much illustrates how Fnatic approached this map. I mean, we had JW coming through the connector, going for a door pick and getting HU grenaded right away. Then Flusha towards that T-Red, gets a kill, and he runs into his Molotov and dies, right? So it's like, it's kind of unlucky, but at the same time, it's Spirit coming in prepared for these duels, understanding exactly where they're going to find them, and having an answer every single time, and just shutting down Fnatic in every single way.
Yeah, and let me just piggyback on that a little bit right here, right? Because there's going to be some disparities when we look at opening kills. When we look at the people who were actually winning the duels, it was not Fnatic. It was not the players on Fnatic that you would expect. And moreover, when you look at what Fnatic was doing here, there's a lot of discussion as to just how they were going for it on 10-2s, 10-3 rounds where they're just sending it through smokes. That's not exactly the winning formula, and it's not the place you should be doing it.
Yeah, it shouldn't be the place of doing it. And like you said, when it comes to opening kills, I think it was Chopper there who had like 10 opening frags, something ridiculous. That is, and bear in mind, they start on the T side, and that's them getting the opening pick almost every single time. That should not be happening at all. Fnatic were getting obliterated, especially, forget like losing those duels. Like even I disbalanced with an AWP on the T side, winning duels multiple times over the likes of the JW. But even the lower side, Potter, I mean, we don't have anything to show for you right now, but the way they were taking the lower side, very calm, very composed, the smokes are blooming, the utility game was so on point. Fnatic, they were just trying to push him through the smokes and try and catch one of the players unaware. It was never happening. They were really on point. And going to Inferno Trace, I'm worried for Fnatic right now.
As you should be. A 16-3 doesn't bode very well going forward in any series, much less if you're Fnatic. And when Christine, when we look at this team, when we look at what's going on right now, they need to wake up. It almost feels like they're sleeping at the keyboard, not at the wheel, but at the keyboard.
Yeah, they really do. And I mean, I'm also worried about this Inferno because they just lost 16-3 on Nuke, and they lost Inferno the last time around 16-2. So these score lines really, I mean, it's shocking, Trace. It's actually really shocking to find that Fnatic are just getting spanked around in the server. This should not be happening on any sort of a level. They should be able to be competitive, but as Bled just kind of pointed out, they're kind of underestimating their opponents. They're pushing through these smokes. They're finding these duels, or they're hoping to find the kind of duels that they want, but they're not. I mean, they're getting punished time and time again. So they're falling short on all levels right now.
For you two, I think even myself included, I think I picked Fnatic in this one. I'm pretty sure you both did as well, right? Like that was the smart, sensible thing to do. But of course, we might not always be the most smart and sensible people, which is why we've created a pick'em where you can win prizes, you can win things. Now head over to DreamHackPick'em.com. That's where you got to go to play, participate. And I'm pretty sure that they're playing against us. So with that knowledge, now how do you feel, Potter?
I gotta stick to my guns. I have to believe that Fnatic, on paper, every single aspect, they have to be able to bring it back on this Inferno.
They have to, but again, I'm just going to add on what Potter said. They lost 16-2 to Movistar Riders, not any other team, Movistar Riders. They have a 50% win rate in the past 6 Infernos they've played, and the 3 games they won was 19-16, 22-20, and 16-14 over the likes of Complexity, Vitality, and Heretics. They haven't had a clean win in Inferno for about 7 to 8, the last 7 or 8 times they've played here. That does not paint a pretty picture, and Spirit, they are comfortable on this map as well. I fear, despite our predictions, that this could be a 2-0.
Yeah, at the way it's going, I think that you guys are onto something. We're going to be going to a break because you know what comes up after that. That's the only way we can start this match is if we stop talk and game just start, I think. Anyway, Mod will find the button. He'll press it back there. And it'll be all fine. It's going to be Fnatic taking on Spirit. Fnatic looking for the bounce back, looking for the rebound. But will they catch the layup? We don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to do it on Inferno when we return.
Well, after that hype intro, I'm a guy wearing a pineapple shirt. Alongside me is Hugo Byron. He's wearing a grey number today, and maybe that's indicative of how you feel inside. Hugo, how are you feeling right now, though, as we get ready to head in to Inferno, the map pick of Fnatic, after already seeing Team Spirit look to get racing out the gate?
I feel probably better than how Fnatic feel right now. A map down in this series, and in a dominant way, bet way, leaning the way of Team Spirit, and I don't blame them after that sick affair from the side of Spirit. Now we head to Fnatic's pick, though, Harry, and if there was ever a time to start believing in the Swedes once again, it would be now. So let's at least give them the benefit of the doubt. Spirit, CT-sided, though, going to be favored here in that sense. Mir dinked up top B, and JW, he's come back with a vengeance, already finding the first and further damage onto Mir. Spirit 2-2 right now. Fnatic grouping up on B. There's a bit of a boost. This is great, as Fnatic will be smoking off the CT spawn. Mir will be able to fire off from above it. We've got to see if Fnatic check it. You would imagine a team of this tenure should be looking at that position. And Mir is only a bullet away from death. So here come Fnatic. Spirit with a third rotation in play, but it won't be here in time.
Golden opening up, and now through the smoke, Magix does deal with JW. Mir's up on this boost, and he's waited very, very patiently, but not connecting the shots, and that's heartbreaking. Mir definitely had chances in that round there. Magix continuing. Oh, okay, we're into a 2-on-2. This was a 2v4, but you've seen a couple of nice shots here from Team Spirit to propel them back into this round. And they don't have a kit, and there isn't even one drop. So there is one drop actually at Coffins. They're going to be able to retrieve that, and that's going to give them that much more time to work with here. Kit now on Magix. Ooh, the shot from Chopper. It's all on Crims, and he has nailed Magix at the back of the site. Now dancing around. Ubox are trying desperately to hold on, but he gets domed down.
Surely.
With the kit, it's going to be close.
No.
Yeah,
Ooh, he's got it.
He's got it.
No
He's stolen
way.
it away. Team Spirit, they get it on the board. Magix and Chopper do it single-handedly. Well, quad-handedly between the two of them.
Wow. I mean, those are the players on the last map that really looked sick. Magix ended 19-9. Chopper was 19-5. Like, that's crazy as well. But I did not expect a 2-on-4 retake like that from Spirit, especially after those whiff shots from Mir, man. It looked like it was going to fall apart. Fnatic, though, they're angry after that one. They're going to force up in this second round. Lots of MAC-10s running up Banana quick as they come, and Spirit have 3 here to stop them. Grenade's going to be good. They're actually going to land past Flusher, who will just sit inside of this smoke and now get out of there as Spirit own the top of Banana. They're going to be throwing utility back in. This is that re-smoke from me. He can throw a Molotov on the car as well if he just aims to the right of that. And Spirit can get control back of Banana. Nice combo of utility there. We see that more and more nowadays. But Fnatic, they want nothing to do with B. They're going to run the gauntlet up towards this A site where only 2 Team Spirit players are.
This is at the exact same time that Team Spirit boosted a man to keep down Banana. Flusher was holding for it. Golden, even aggressing down through long, actually does get bested there in the head-to-head. So suddenly, this was looking good for Fnatic. Well, now they've taken a lot of damage. They're in even odds, but they are trying to catch the timing into this B bomb site. And these MP9s are just swinging, clearing angles, taking names. And Sumda Young now put up on the boost. They are going to check for him. He gets away with a bit more damage before he falls. And now Mir has to hold off. He has to wait for these rotations. Team Spirit don't want to let this one slip through their fingers. And with how much damage they've done, this is so achievable. That nade might delete JW. He's just gotten away, just gotten around the corner. Another kill for Brolin. Fnatic, they've got so little HP between the 3 of them. They're sat on 47 points of health, now down to 31 between the 2 remaining players. This Balance going to get into the site, but is he ready for Crims? Back in this same position again. He's not looking at it, and Crims is just biding his time. The longer he's gone without shooting, the better. There's no time for the defuse anyway. And so this round does go in favor of Fnatic. They steal the Force Buy away. But I kind of like, like from Team Spirit there, they get all the kills. It's a bit sad that they lose the second man to the bomb as well, because it would have made the buy in this round just that much better. On the upside, this is going to be a very weird third round where both teams are force buying, and outside of these 2 rifles on Fnatic, those are the only rifles in play. There's one for Mir over here for Team Spirit. It's not every day that this is how the force buy in this third round looks.
Yeah. The fact that, Spirit get away with more guns but do lose the round, Fnatic lose everyone to the bomb there. Balance, he died actually in the ruins with a FAMAS at the end. He didn't want to go wide towards CT. He had 70 health, and he knew Crims was somewhere in the site, but he didn't want to die to that. I think if he just swung and took the fight, firstly, he would have won it. Crims was low, but he would have also gotten away from that bomb radius, which was his downfall in that round. Either way, it's not the end of the world. 1-1, and Fnatic making a move towards middle. There's a boost up for Magics, and Balance playing on the balcony to support. First down, second follows, but Mir swings out wide with another kill, and the shotgun is here for Young. Here to stay. Good damage done to 2 players of Fnatic. Crims gets back in the boiler. Young waits for the shot, waits for the chance, and he might force it as well. Oh, good kill from him. JW dropped, but Crims is still standing, and he has been the hero of this round for Fnatic. 3 kills to his name, and the bomb site taken. It's a fast flank down banana for Chopper, but Fnatic will get a plant.
Yeah, there's weapons that can be retrieved for Chopper. Admittedly, only this Galil, but it gives him a fighting chance. He gets spotted there by Crims down in the pit. Crims has got this crossfire set up with Flusher inside of the site. This should be an impossible round for Chopper to get back into, and he kind of knows that. He scavenged as much utility as he can from top of this this mid area. That's a smoke and a flash taken alongside this Galil. But it's another close round. Fnatic narrowly getting this one over the line. They get their second up here on the board. So now it will be just that eco for Team Spirit. And, you know, we wanted Fnatic to dig themselves out of this hole, right? You know, as thrilled as I am for Team Spirit to be looking this sick, I didn't want it to just be 2 blowout matches. So the fact that Fnatic have found some footing early on, you know, have found some common ground with Team Spirit and are now looking to get ahead, that sets us up well for a good, intense series. As said, it is just the pistols here. They try and put Chopper up in this boost of Banana. It's arrived a little bit late, and they were already 1 step ahead. The flashbang is good for Flusher, and this round has fallen apart exactly as it should do. 5 players stay alive for Fnatic up against the pistols. And now for Team Spirit, this is where things get exciting. The buy is about to come through.
Better showing, a better start for Fnatic. That's certainly what they wanted, right? With some of the individuals maybe taking time to warm up. We looked at that previous map and we had, you know, 0-12 between Flusher and Brolin in those opening duels. So Fnatic finding a lot of favorable fights and sitting 3-1 up. Here's the buy. Spirit on the AWP. Fnatic don't have one yet. They're still on Galil's. Quick shot does not connect. Balance doesn't see through the Molotov, and Fnatic cross safely, but not up through middle. It's a little more dangerous here. There's peril at every corner. Mir and Magics getting a kill apiece, and Mir even still stands after smoking off the long corner. It does give Fnatic control towards mid, but Mir will just take them away through the smoke, 1 by 1. Looking for more damage, but the second he's put JW down as well, won't finish the job. Balance has got all of Banana under control. That frees up a rotate back towards A. Spirit have 3 players here, and Fnatic have nothing in this round.
Well, Crims, he's been a bit of a magician before. Let's see if he can pull anything else out of his hat now. Oh, look, man, this is so patient from Team Spirit. They are just not moving. Like, they literally haven't touched the keyboard in this round, the 2 players in the site. They are just waiting, and Crims holds that for so long. They're still not budging. They are statues inside of A, and they are blending in with the surroundings. Now, Crims finally pouncing out. And, oh, he's dealt with them both. So maybe there's still a chance for Fnatic. Crims down in the pit. This man, 9-1 right now. A tag onto Mir. Mir not keen on re-peeking into this. Doesn't want to feed the beast any more than the rest of Team Spirit already have. Balance up through short. Try and find this peak, but JW closer on the angle and able to see the barrel. Spams down Balance just a tad. Half the time ticked off this bomb, so Team Spirit, they've got to go, and they've got to go now. And they do deal with Crims and JW. A stellar spray transfer from Mir. He doesn't have a kit, though. It's going to be close, but I think he's got it. Yeah, second round on the board for Team Spirit. And that was nuts. We saw it from Crims's perspective. I didn't even register that JW had died. Like, that was how fast this little transfer was.
All made happen by Mir as well, right? Look at those smoke shots. He gets 2 kills up mid early on without even seeing anything. So great work from Mir. Really sets him up and he even knocks him down at the end. 4 kills for Mir. Spirit, they get on the board. They get a second round here. Fnatic do have money left, and that bomb plant is certainly available, or left some available. JW AWPing mid. Idis Balance doesn't go wide. He's holding for the ult pick instead, but Fnatic won't give him a kill. They're going to try and take Banana. Lots of good utility back from Spirit, making things hot and heavy here for Fnatic. They're going to flash through regardless. Flusher's here, but there's an SMG trapped at the sandbags. He knows it. Jumping up, trying to get him caught. Chopper actually just left to his own devices. JW's going to bail and give them the control. Or Flusher, rather. I respect it. You know, you have the feeling that you're not going to win the fight. You know that either you hang around and likely get double peaked, or you just run away and guarantee you survive. Flusher makes the right call, rather. JW's on the AWP. He's holding mid. A man down our Spirit, and Flusher's holding for the banana push. It could get gifted their way because Spirit want information. They want it badly. Bottom B smoke. Flusher goes wide, but he will die in the process. It's an AK gifted to an SMG player, a big upgrade for Spirit, but Fnatic are heading A, and Spirit know it. They've already pushed through the B smoke and killed JW AWPing mid. Brolin's going to get legged on the cross, and Fnatic may get the site, but how much more will they get?
They've been good in these post plants. Once this bomb does go down, Fnatic have looked to do some of their best work. They want to try and get this one converted because they weren't able to just moments ago. Crims, he's been on a tear and he's down in the pit, and there's not much I put past him when he's in this position. So let's see what he's able to do. Idis Balance missing that critical kill onto Brolin at long has upgraded the low HP player onto the AWP. In the blink of an eye, Golden and Crims have both found a kill apiece. Mir's going to get out of there with the AWP. That was a 4-on-3 retake attempt from Team Spirit. And everyone survives for Fnatic.
That play from Brolin wins Fnatic the round, right? Spirit are setting up. They're waiting for the smoke to fade on long, so Idis Balance has a pick or a chance to at least hold the lane with the AWP. Once he has that posted, once he can see towards the pit, that cuts out a lot of positions for Fnatic towards Moto's side, towards Graveyard, and it kind of just traps him in the pit. So Spirit, we're going to come up short with that. But Brolin runs through his smoke. He takes down Idis Balance, and it all just falls apart off of the back. Spirit have to commit there, but they have no one holding the back line. And that's going to be Fnatic converting the post plant. Mir getting away with the AWP. Won't drop it over. He's got armor, and Idis Balance can't afford it. So Mir's going to keep with that weapon. It's going to be a faster B approach here for Flusher, but only Flusher, as Team Spirit set up with 3 on A. Is that a boost up in CT for Fnatic, or is that 4 or 3 in the apartments? I think it's 3 in the apartments. So solo B player for Chopper. Spirit are going to move away from A after clearing out apps, and they know that Fnatic might have defaulted Banana. That is the case. The bomb's going to come and join Flusher, who is feeling very inquisitive towards B, getting a lot of information and clearing out the site. But look at Spirit in the spawn.
Ooh. Shots rain in, and Fnatic, undeterred by that, they're going to group up and try and commit, but they are still walking into this stack. The AWP back in CT. Mir finding 2, a second on the cross, and now JW and Golden, they come in with a response, but the pistols have done damage, and Mir going to continue this round a little bit longer. Magic's coming in behind him. Mir starting to back out of the ruins, and Golden, watch out! Grab through there, and every shot feels like it's getting closer. He's also trying to hit the boost spot. No one's there for Fnatic. Now they know this AWP is in ruins. Flash is good. That's baited the shot. They know that he was just trying to peek into the site. So at that point, I think too much information has been given over to Fnatic. Too much time as well. Mir with a nice double, but it's not enough to win the round.
The fact that Fnatic made the crucial mistake of seeing players in CT and then not smoking it off, right? Flusher gets spammed by USP, so maybe he thinks it's just pistols, and he goes, oh, I'll leave it open. But Fnatic don't smoke it. The AWP is there. He gets 2 on the cross. Big advantage for Spirit, and they still lose the round, unsurprisingly, considering past Mir's weapon, there were just pistols and default ones at that. But great shots by Mir. He almost makes it happen here for Spirit. Fnatic definitely don't want to make that mistake again, but they've got another buy round, and they've certainly got the T-side lead in their map pick here. Idis Balance given the AWP, and full rifles now for Spirit, a chance to get back on this CT side. Oh,
Great
ruthless.
nade. This balance having to be a bit more passive at Banana. This leaves Chopper out on an island all alone, and that's the first kill offered up to Fnatic. Already looking a lot more comfortable here on Inferno are the Swedes. Bit of a slow start to the day, but finding their footing now. Magic's trying to hold down Boiler, and he is getting pressured to the 9s. He still answers with a kill onto Brolin, so he's given back a 4-on-4 to Team Spirit. Look at this gamble rotate. Look at this from Team Spirit. They look like they were about to completely up and leave B. Mir is still floating around. But they have put a third man over here towards the A bomb site. And even then, Mir's playing CT. He hasn't heard anything, and he's going to be available that much faster as a result. Crims has actually stood out on the balcony right now for this peak. The flash is good, and Flush has opened up with a kill onto iDisbalance. Crims does get down into the pit, but doesn't survive very long. And Fnatic with a wrap through CT, they're going to try and hit this B bomb site. Now, Mir is the key player in this round. Magix gets the info that they're rotating away, and Mir holds down CT. And now Fnatic, they've got to try and beat him into the site. They will with this smoke going down. It allows for the cross. It allows for this bomb plant. Mir is here, not able to deny it, not able to have a say in this round just yet. Now swings wide, and it's all left onto JW. 1v3, back of the site, bomb planted and ticking on down. And 3 players for Spirit now to find. Nails the first, spots the other 2. They are pressuring him, they are getting close. JW, now's the time, and a second. Oh, and the third as well. JW springs to life when Fnatic need him the most. 6 on the board as he wins out that 1v3.
That's mental as well. Like the fact that he sees everyone come through, he knows at that point he's probably feeling like he's already won the round. Is JW quick, close shots, and Fnatic, they're going to get it done. JW kind of leaves his teammate out to dry as well, right? Golden crosses, goes for a very open plant, and JW covers for a second, but then moves away. Golden gets caught trying to pull his gun back out, and well, JW had to win that round after that. Young had 0 recorded Nova kills before this map, or maybe we'll see a little bit more from him because got some value out of that, killing JW the other round. Well, they would have loved it in this one. Spirit unable to do so and broken in the bank account. 2 rounds to their name and a pause called for Spirit. This is Fnatic showing us the nuke was maybe just a bit of a blip on the radar, a bit of a loss of concentration. Their map pick Inferno is going swimmingly. But Harry, remember the third map of this series is Overpass. Now you may think, Overpass, Fnatic, they like that map. That's good, that's great. That's everything in between. Well, little bit of reality to come crashing down. Spirit have been unbelievably good on Overpass at the Road to Rio, taking so many dominant wins, not ever giving more than 10 rounds to their opponents, beating the likes of VP, Gambit Youngsters, Vitality, Movie Star Riders, and just those are some of the names. So this is no easy series for them, as they've already learned from that previous map. But they are getting on the board, they are drawing things back. Flash will push iDisbalance off the angle, but he rescopes and to no avail. He had the solo rifle in this round, that one AWP surrounded by pistols like Mir had the other day, and as a result he feels the need to play aggressive, feels the need to find kills. That's if Spirit want to win this round, and he is right in playing that way. It's going to go back towards B here. Fnatic are defaulting A side with only 1 man up top, Banana. But even if iDisbalance can rid the round of Flusher, that would be a good service for Spirit. But it doesn't seem like it's going to be happening. JW creeping and crawling through alongside Smoke, and he's hit a perfect timing.
The timing looked great, but now he's been uncovered and actually gets shut down back here in CT spawn. Now for Fnatic, they see 2 players rotating off of B, and they go, well, if 2 players are rotating off of B, maybe we rotate into B. But iDisbalance has been waiting here patiently with the AWP the whole time. Mir looked like he wanted to flash himself through, instead goes through the smoke and finds the kill on a fluster. Bit of a taste of his own medicine. And another kill now for iDisbalance. Crims will get rid of 2 through this CT smoke. This has been the killing fields at B, and now a bomb planted. Crims and Golden left up in a 2-on-3 at this side of the map, but iDisbalance continuing on his tear with the AWP. Crims, we saw a 1v3 from JW, now it's his turn, but he's not able to get past this AWP. And wow, we got a big round from JW prior. Now we have iDisbalance stepping up with a 3K of his own. If both these AWPers can come alive, we could have such an exciting game on our hands. Right? I think iDisbalance is one of my favorite CIS AWPers to be watching right now. Obviously, right, like, can't be my favorite because there's a guy called Simple who exists in the world, but JW is so explosive as well. And if we can get these two showing up for either one of their squads, man, we are in for a treat.
Well, we've got both AWPs in play at least. iDisbalance VJW in this round, Harry. So let's see if... Oh, we'll see who gets ahead, not if. Not where, not when. Just how. Spirit up to 3, though. Beginning to build into this map. Chopper's going to flash down B as a deep smoke to deny any passage for Fnatic, but they will spam it and put some damage away of Chopper. Down to 40. Still hanging around here. That flash actually doesn't affect them as much as Fnatic maybe hope, but they are going to be avoiding Banana as well. With a re-smoke down, the bomb goes mid, and iDisbalance, well, he's waiting here. He's waiting for a kill. Crims pushing the gap in the smoke in the apartments. iDisbalance has re-pushed, refocused on middle. He's going to have the drop on Brolin. Big kill coming through. Bait and switch on long as well, and with a man covering the apartments, it's a perfect setup for Spirit. Magic swings, and now he's trapped, but Mira is going to cover him, not letting anyone hunt him down. The Molotov keeps JW out of position, and he's going to try and flash his way back into middle, but right now Fnatic are scraping.
And that bomb was also the second man in, so that's got to get retrieved now. They assemble a quick boost over this long smoke, and Flusher, well, he will... Oh, dear! Oh, Magic's trying to get away! But the nade follows up. Are they going to push this long smoke? iDisbalance waiting, and a flick on a JW. iDisbalance wins the head-to-head of the AWPers, and now Flusher all alone, not checking the pit. He comes to a close in this round. Team Spirit 4 on the board. And what was once looking like such a one-sided affair in favor of Fnatic is now really getting that much closer. The money is gone for the Swedes. A 5th round should be looming for Team Spirit. And I do think as well, for someone like iDisbalance right now, I think this half right here, now that he's got the AWP in hand, this is where we need to see him come alive. We really do see a lot of AWPers drop off when they move into the T side. That run boost was sick. It was all done on the fly. Gives iDisbalance a bit of a faster peek down. But doesn't find anything from it.
Oh, goodbye, Jesper. He's going to get double-naded down Banana. Doesn't even play this round as Fnatic's pistols should just get hounded down. Spirit are feeling very confident and very comfortable, but maybe not for long. With that kill going the way of Golden, there's a gun gifted in Banana, and oh, Spirit just give it away. They smoke it off. They go, you want it? You can have it, but we won't let you win the round. At least that's their hope, and their hopes, well, their dreams, they're not even under consideration for Golden. He's going to fire off through the smoke, dropping Mia and giving yet another gun to Fnatic. This is ridiculous. Spirit, they don't want to be arming their enemies here, Harry. That's all that's gone through right now. Dangerous as ever are Fnatic. Brolin's up in A, trying to sell a fake. Rest of the players on B with a bomb. Missed shot through the smoke. iDisbalance has to fall, and so do Fnatic.
And this has gone from, being like a little bit of a fun, do whatever you want round for Fnatic to one that they could realistically take. So the pressure, the stakes are higher. Golden gets out in towards the top mid with this M4, but gets bested immediately by Some Die Young. Brolin is still deep in the sight, or at least he was until that exact moment. Now it is just Flusher, 1v3. We've seen a multitude of these, though. Let's see if this one's achievable. Doesn't have armor. The Molotov really does wreck him and forces the reposition out from Flusher. Great utility to just not let him get comfortable in the clutch. Because, I think if you give Flusher a bit of room to maneuver there, if you let him get set up and isolate some of those fights, that's where Flusher is in his element. So he starts to get set up. The Molotov just says, nah, mate, you aren't staying in this site. Sorry, Flusher. And
back to spawn you go.
Yeah, that's pretty much that one all swept under the rug. 5-6 now. Team Spirit grinding their way back into this first half of play.
Worth noting that, okay, yes, maybe you're not going to be able to get away with as much versus Fnatic CT side, but on this map, Spirit actually have a better T side when it comes to the stats. So, that's worth keeping in mind here. I think their work is going to be cut out for them here, and they definitely need the lead at halftime, but as long as they can get that, Spirit in a world where they can still 2-0 this series, even if Fnatic have woken up a little bit today. Nuke, they may have been a little sleepy, Harry, maybe woke up on the wrong side of bed, but Fnatic putting a really decent T side on the board, looking for a 7th in this one. got everything they need. And the kills behind him. Roland finding one through short side. He's doubled up. Golden through the smoke, getting Mir as well on the long side. He's actually pushed through it to his own demise. Fnatic own A. They own the round. It's a save here for Spirit. There's nothing else they can do. With 3 kills coming that quickly on the A side of things, Fnatic just guarantee the round. And yeah, a bit of a risky smoke push from Mir there. If he stays alive, maybe he can wrap longside and still put up a fight for Spirit, but instead it's just essentially a free round for Fnatic. Blink and you miss it. 7 on the board.
We know it's not the funnest ending to a round ever, but it's very important in the grand scheme of things that Fnatic were able to keep it this clean. It's likely why we haven't seen them dedicate too heavily to the hunt in this round. The money is fine for Team Spirit. Even if they lost both of those players, they would still be investing here. And so the hunt, the chase just wasn't worth it for Fnatic. They want to build up their own money because you're heading into round 13 now. The last thing you want is for you to get that round on the board. You waste a couple of players hunting, you lose this one, and then you're having to partial buy in round 14. So they've dodged that now. They've got a bit of a residual cash, and that sets them up nicely till the end of the half. So nice bit of pre-planning for the future here from Fnatic. Team Spirit don't really fit the bill in that same way, but thanks to those players saving, there's still something available to them. And in this round, Flusher gets caught aggressing at Banana. The fact that you've dealt with Flusher over here at B for Team Spirit is great, because now, he's been playing this Banana control time and time again, and he does this a lot on Inferno, where he does just sit top Banana, sometimes on his own. He keeps a hold of the position and leaves it open later in the round, all while selling fakes. Well, now it's forced Fnatic to commit to this A play. And even though some kills do go their way to open it up, it's now just JW and Crims left in this 2-on-3. Rotations even coming in from Chopper. JW going through this smoke, and Mir was not ready for that. That is a typical little JW maneuver. They know that Sumdai Young was down in the pit, but they weren't ready for Chopper so fast away from B to slide on in and get that kill. JW now on versus 2, and he's not elected to go for the AWP. He knows there's going to be a crossfire set up here, and that AWP, the moment he takes a shot, the trade would come in. So he's got to get this done with the rifle. 30 seconds. Time is the only thing on his side, and even that, second by second, is turning against him. Throws himself a flashbang for the pit peak. Crossfire's too strong. Chopper in the sight. Sumdai Young in the pit. They get the round locked in.
I love that smoke play from JW, right? He sees Mir in middle, he misses a shot, he drops the smoke, and then JW just plays off audio. And I feel like if you give anything to JW there, you're going to die. Mir, he reloads, he walks into Boiler, he's being very loud about it, thinking your smoke is a wall. And when you're playing against Fnatic, smokes are not walls. Spirit should know that. JW, nice try, but not enough for the clutch. It does keep Spirit in this one. 7-6, neck and neck. They could break Fnatic for the last round of the half here if they win this, and that's a big tag. JW put down to 2 health at the start of the round with the AWP. Still got the gun for the job. There's a double setup on Long, finally coming to its own. Spirit have been setting that up all game long, and eventually Fnatic will try and rush it down. They regret that one. JW with a kill, but down to 2, and no bomb under his control either. He's getting flanked, and he will deny it, but that's the issue. Fnatic would love to run B, but they need the bomb first, and JW's run out short side into Boiler. This is crazy.
Oh, but here's a kill from Crims. JW's on some Spider-Man level reactions right now as well. And almost gone. Do it again. Do it again. I dare you, JW. Crims is here to help him out. They are playing around these smokes. JW still at 2 points of health, still alive, still a threat. And just there through the tip of the smoke, Mir's going to catch him. Crims, now it falls to him. This bomb. It is a standoff to see who gets control of it through the smoke. Magic solidifies this round with 4 kills. He was playing that double long setup with eye disbalance on the AWP. And together, playing that in tandem, all the results come up in favor of Team Spirit.
Yeah, look at the money of Fnatic. Look at how broke they've become now after a couple of rounds in a row. Placed well by the Russians. Spirit, they're going to push us into round number 15 with an armada of weapons versus, well, not quite the same case for Fnatic. Could be a fast B approach. We've not seen that really in this game, but the util has been excellent for Spirit. Fnatic have more so opted to give it up, with the exception of Flusher occasionally fighting for logs and often regretting it as well. This will be another case as a boost up from Mir shoots Flusher in the face. Idis Balance can get overwhelmed, and that's an AWP to be gifted, but he's got cover, and he's got the shot, falling back and firing off another. Bowler's going to run through the smoke. He'll come to regret that one. Magic's re-smoking long, and one by one, Fnatic are falling in this round. It's going to be an 8-round half. Nothing that they can do about it. Spirit, they come alive near the end of things. Still a good T side from Fnatic. Is it going to be enough, though, to keep us in this series and take us to overpass, or will Spirit 2-0 this one? We'll have to wait and see. Join us after the break.
We're coming off the best of times with nowhere to go. No bright lights for the future, only frozen rain. Try and ignite a revolution, some things never gonna change. Don't let it get the best of us. I'll fight for what you know. Let the world bet against us, but we'll be getting close. The time is running out tonight, so let's go. So let's go. Crying eyes try to look away, but we're no good at pain. The same old mess we always seem to make, clean it up again. Metal heart with a black key, it could be good as gold. But in your head, a voice is screaming, we'd be better off alone. Don't let it get the best of us. I'll fight for what you know. Let the world bet against us, but we'll be getting close. The time is running out tonight, so let's go. Chasing the future, let's go. So we don't sink alone. Don't let it get the best of us. I'll fight for what you know. Let the world bet against us, but we'll be getting close. The time is running out tonight, so let's go.
From a great start for Fnatic, now we see the Team Spirit gang actually winning out that first half, Hugo. 8-7, narrowly so in their favor. Fnatic trying to claw their way back in over on the CT side of play.
Yeah, claw their way back in. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's still close, right? They're still in a good position, a pretty damn good T side, but we know Spirit have a strong T side as well. So Fnatic, they can't feel like they've already won this game. Can't get ahead of themselves. Triple B set up here. That's where the bomb is going. Man in the apartments cleared everything. JW, you can see ult mid, but Magic's is hanging around, not for long. JW rids him of the round. Flusher spotting the B play, backs up. He wants him to commit here. He wants him to walk into this triple setup. The grenade is good. The team kill is not. Idis Balance dropping Mia, and now has to follow up with something spectacular to make this pistol round work for Spirit. The smokes are good. Chopper has dropped a man, but they are still down by one. Fnatic with low players, with the kit, and Spirit yet to plant. They need to get that down now, and it will eventually come through. But Fnatic, as long as they play their cards right, they can retake this amount up.
Yeah, these two smokes are going to come in real handy because the bomb is planted for Banana, and that smoke falling now cuts Chopper out of the round. This now puts a lot more pressure on the two players in the site to do damage and find something. That's a nice shot from Idis Balance. He's got it into a 2-on-2, and not able to follow up on the man in the pool. Chopper trapped on the other side of this smoke. They tap the bomb. There isn't a kit in play. And oh dear, Golden went back to go get the kit from CT Spawn, but that left Crims alone. And now there's no time anyway. Chopper holding on, and he's going to seal the deal in the round.
Wow.
A 9th on the board for Team Spirit, and Golden so committed to getting that kit. His teammate gets sacrificed as a result. Speaking of sacrifice, we had a lot of them in this round. I disbalanced, killing his teammate. I think he makes up for it by bringing it back into this 2-on-2.
Yeah, I mean, Chopper's been so good in these pistol rounds for Spirit. I think that's one thing that we've seen consistently, like 2-3 kills every single time, and that's really helped Spirit in this series. Fnatic on a force buy. This is only going to make Spirit get further ahead if it doesn't succeed for Fnatic, so they've got to be very cautious. Lots of util, though. I love that on the second round, right? Nades, smokes, playing this delay. They've yet to even drop a smoke as well. They know Spirit aren't rushing, so they can just stall it out and try and burn the clock down for Spirit. There's the first of 5 going down. None in middle used. JW's going to rotate after using his on B, leaving 2 more in play on that site. But that is where Spirit are going, at least right now. Set up 4 in Banana and the bomb. We've got Magic's lurking in mid. We're going to see a lot of that. He's going to be holding ult mid, playing apartments on his own in this T side. The rest of Spirit love these B plays. That flash could have had a player behind it. Spirit don't react as if that's the case, and luckily so. There's the re-smoke down. Spirit go for the execute. If they commit here, they might die, because there's 2 players waiting behind the smoke. Golden getting dropped by Chopper's spam, and that might just tempt them in after all. They're still not going to go. They're going to wait for the flashbang, but as it pops, here comes Spirit.
Yeah, Flush is throwing a good flash to keep them at bay, keep them out of the sight, but he's lost his teammate in JW. Nice little tap down from Brolin. I do love watching him with this CT, so let's see if he's able to muster anything up. And even then, they haven't dealt with Flusher. They haven't dealt with him out of the back of the site. Brolin's taken down another. And Flusher running out of ammo now. 12 bullets left as he gets the reload off, but it's all onto I Disbalance. Crim's coming in from Banana, and he gets blindsided. 8 on the board for Fnatic. Team Spirit. They get slowed down a little too much. It's these flashbangs that Flush is throwing in that just grind the push to a halt. And you know, for a solid, 5 to 10 seconds, players are just waiting in pool. And then finally, when they try and cross in, at which point the smokes at Coffin have faded, the CT smokes have started to fade as well. You're crossing into all these pistols that have these crossfires set up. And it falls apart for Team Spirit.
And they had the utility, Harry. They could have re-smoked that CT position, but just not going for it cost them everything. It lets Broden get away with 2 and a bit kills, and Fnatic win the force by keeping them close in this game. We've had another investment from Spirit, but I mean, it pales in comparison to the buy from Fnatic in the second round, so they should be able to equal up the scoreline here and now, slaughtering these T's on long. 1 kill from Mir. It comes at a cost, and that cost is the round. Mir's gone. It's just Magic's left up on short side. He's being watched behind the smoke. JW should have the kill. Magic's moving behind the cart with a bit of chance here, but I think JW, he's aware of this one. He's going to hang around. Nice shot. Magic's gets 1. M4 dropped, but no bomb. 2 at long. The flank from B. Magic's with a second. Surely not now, buddy. Surely not.
He's upgraded onto the M4. This little crossfire between Golden and Flusher is going to be tricky to deal with at best. He does find the first, but there's that re-peek from Golden. Just swings immediately to try and take the kill. Doesn't allow, Magic's any time to peel off and start to consider how he's going to approach that 1v1. Just forces the fight, forces the trade there and then.
Nice try, though. It really makes it expensive for Fnatic. I think that's crucial as well, right? The fact that they get away with like AKs in round number 2. Well, now only 1 because Spirit rid them of the rest. And that could have been 4 surviving for Fnatic. It's not, So there is a big hole when it comes to the economy, and Spirit are looking to fill it with bullets, with lead, but not in this one. They should just be dead. It's P250s and Glocks. Crim's is already fighting out mid. He is ready for this one. And there's going to be very little to stand in his way. But there are 3 players. Crims is picking his fights, trying to choose safely. But right now, with everyone watching him and Chopper coming in from the back by Crims, it's just a matter of time. He's dead to the wallbang. Brolin might just abandon this position, give the apps away. It will come with a gun, though. That's the little toy inside of the Happy Meal. M4 in the window. Chopper's going to pick it up. But Flusher just doing Flusher things, sitting in T mid. It's such a weird round. Fnatic Fnatic know B can't be taken at the very least. So they are just all fighting for middle and A, trapping Spirit in ult. Chopper might want to gift that going over to Mia, but nowhere to be seen, too far away. Chopper going to double peek mid. And Fnatic, they haven't moved. I love this setup, it's great, but they could certainly get caught by players coming in from top ult.
Here's something a little interesting, by the way, Hugo. That 16-3 that we just saw on Nuke, because this should just be a mop-up,
Yeah.
was actually the worst performance ever on Nuke from this Fnatic organization. Like the most one-sided scoreline. That's
For the whole organization.
For the whole organization.
In years.
Yeah.
Years, their
Going
worst
back
game
all time.
How did you find that out,
63 is the... you know, I saw someone claiming it, and then I went and
deep dive.
crunched the numbers.
Okay.
And it's right.
Wow.
That's actually insane.
Yeah, and by Spirit of all teams as well. Like not exactly like a tier 1 team by any means. So even more impressive stuff. But Spirit right now, it might all be in vain, at least in Inferno, because Fnatic have come to play here. They are a round up now with control over the economy as well, and AK gifted over to the hands of Golden. It's a very good position to be in for Fnatic. Maps is taken, and to no surprise, Fnatic hear the footsteps. They know that Spirit are here. 3 on A. Broden watching hallway from the site with JW covering his short side. Broden's going to go into the pit and will stand in position here, but one that could definitely get Molly. Spirit, they're going fast. They're going to flash out, look for fights, and well, it won't go their way. JW drops 2. Mir with the only kill in this round for the T side, and the bomb on the balcony out in the open. They've got to get it, and well, they won't get away with it. Balance picks it up, and they'll put him down. Chopper in a 1-on-4. He's found the first, but moving back to middle. There's no one coming from the banana side. They've already tucked in on long, and he will not be ready for Golden in this position. Not even considering it. Actually goes for the check, but oh, there he goes. Golden gives away the info and doesn't commit to the fight because he knows he can stall this out and wait for his team to come help. Chopper's waiting for that one. There are 2 players on short. Golden swap sides. Chopper gets a kill, but 30 seconds. Are Fnatic really going to give this away to him? No, they're not.
They are more than ready. And they'll latch on down. They deal with Chopper. They break Team Spirit's money. This CT side for Fnatic is where they're looking to come alive. They're trying to lock in overpass. That's this 3rd and final map. Only pistols here for Team Spirit. Something I think it's worth giving them credit for is that even in rounds like this, they've always been good at making it costly for Fnatic, right? And this is good for Team Spirit because it's like even though Fnatic have been winning these CT side rounds and looking really, really good, and Team Spirit haven't been able to achieve much in terms of the round counter, you're only ever one like win away from just wrecking Fnatic's money, thanks to how close you've kept each and every one of these rounds. So it's not all doom and gloom for Team Spirit. Even if this 12-9 scoreline comes in, they've got that little economic advantage in their back pocket.
But it's all about
it does,
right?
Yeah, and it does hinge on actually
live.
ever even getting the round, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to keep your opponent's money in that position. It's another to actually take advantage of it. And even then, as you're saying, it does hinge on still keeping that damage up in this round here and now. So that is necessary. That is a must.
As soon as Fnatic get a clean round, their problems are gone, out of the window, at least in the short term, right? So, like, that is crucial. And right now, Spirit are playing very split up with these Deagles. So, 1 by 1, Fnatic already winning 2 fights. This could be the clean round they were looking for. Magic's made this dangerous in the 1-on-4 earlier by killing 3 players of Fnatic, but right now these early fights are not going in the way of Spirit. Fnatic are going to be rolling in dough after this round. Some die young. If there was a time to get 2 or 3 kills and die, this should be it, but he's not even going to put 1 on the board. Crims triples up for Fnatic, and yeah, now that problem is now gone, at least for the time being. Spirit, they still want to win the rounds, Harry, but they're not going to have the economic reset in their favor once that does happen. And that's assuming it happens, because 4 rounds away from a win for Fnatic, they could be taking us to Overpass here on their map pick, the 3rd and final one of this series. They may have started slow on Nuke, but the real Fnatic we know and love has come to play today. Balance AWPing mid. We've not had a lot of AWPs in the T side here. Good grenades do serious damage, and the Molotov burns Chopper out of the round as well. Fnatic spam the smokes. They look down aggressively. Don't find anything else for it, though. Mir gets shot through the smoke, but Spirit are desperately looking for kills. Magix is trapped. There's no grenades to stop him, but Golden has a Molotov, and Magic's going to run before it blooms, getting that kill as well, and escaping with at least a frag under Spirit's hand.
Oh, and another one coming in from Sumdai Young. I love that as well. Like, the Molotov went in, and you saw Flusher, like, looking at the molly, look left, look at the molly, like, thinking, like,
where's he going?
Yeah, he's not burned to death, so he's got to be somewhere else. And the fact that Magix is still alive is a testament in and of itself. Let's see. He'll get swapped on to the AWP. And Sumdai Young, who was over here in the apartments when he put up that kill, has rotated all the way back to join the rest of the team. Now they're looking like they want to lean into this B site. And this is the perfect place to find yourself right now. Blusher, the guy here, who stellar B site anchor, by the way, doesn't have any utility. And Crims, the man who did have a smoke, well, he's just throwing his out into top mid. So there's no way to delay this push for Fnatic. They've got to play heads up. There also isn't a smoke for the cross. So if you're Team Spirit, you've got to win these gunfights. And they do take the first, but they're not ready for Crims. However, Sumdai Young is able to follow up. And this leaves Brolin in a 1v2, but it's still very achievable 1v2 when you look at the HP on Magix. The fact that he's got this kit to work with going to help out. This smoke that Brolin had, the one smoke that was left when this was a 3-on-3, can be used now to lock Magix out of the round and offer him up a temporary 1v1 in this site. The problem he's got is he has no idea where either of these players are. And with the player hiding back at dark, he's got to pick up the pace, doesn't throw the banana smoke, and so that gives Magix the angle into the bomb site, the round laid to rest. And Team Spirit, the fact that they win that out is wild. When you think about the start that Fnatic had with these kills down banana, finding themselves in what, a 5-on-3 out of the gate. And then it gets completely turned around with 2 of those 3 players that were left in that 5-on-3 for Team Spirit surviving.
Yeah, and now if they follow up, they break Fnatic's money finally. So Spirit in a really good position here considering the scoreline. Fnatic, they've got to have their wits about them now. I mean, they can do the same back, right? If Fnatic win this round, they might just roll over the game and close it out and bring us to overpass because Spirit are going to be, you know, on the edge of things as well. So back to B with 5 here for Spirit. Fnatic aren't falling for it. They've set JW in rotation. The B hops are fast, but oh dear, the escape is not. The Mac 10 chasing him down, and JW loses the orb at the start of the round. It's going to be a full BX, and Golden fakes out his position by smoking the molly. Flasher with a double, and Golden holds onto the site. They were so ready for him to be inside of that smoke. That's not the case, and Golden is just shooting them all one by one with this MP9. Idis balanced blind, pulls out the Deeg, but Golden says goodnight. Brolin coming in and assisting certainly helps. Fnatic find 13, and with no bomb plant for Spirit, look at what that's left them with. They would have loved that extra $800 because they're going to buy regardless.
I kind of want to see Team Spirit going back to slowing it down a bit. I think the only area they need to be pressuring early on as heavily as they are is for top banana control. But it's these quick decisions to commit into bomb sites that feel like they're hurting them a little bit right now. Fnatic have been very, very fast on the rotations. You need to keep this pressure up at top B, though, because otherwise Fnatic are going to take it off of you, as they're trying to do in this round here and now. But think about like how successful someone like Sumdai Young has been on these like late apartments plays, right? Just catching players in the mid round. I'd love to see a little bit more of that, and this could be the round for it. There's still this duel for top banana control going on. While all this is happening, Magix is beginning a slow but sure rotation into the A apartments to try and lurk this one out. Actually going to decide against it. He comes back, and Team Spirit, they get control of top banana. They sit in a 5-on-4. They've given up all map control over towards A. And so at this point, you know, you've got a minute left. You've got plenty of time, but you are kind of hamstrung into this B commitment because you don't know where Fnatic lie elsewhere on the map.
Oh, this fallback from Golden. He's going round to the coffins as he expects the CT smoke. He is right. Here comes the Execute Spirit with 5 up, putting everything they have, all of their grenades into this bomb site, but no one committing because there's a smoke down. And Flusher's going to have a chance to rotate, throw in a flashbang. Remember, these flashes were such a problem last time, and they will be again. Flusher assist on that flash, Golden gets the kill, and he's going to spam through the smoke. Little damage. Mir killing Brolin in the meantime into CT. It's going to keep Spirit a man up by 2, actually, in this round. Mir's low, though. bomb yet to be planted, and that's why Fnatic haven't given this one up yet. They know they still have a chance with the bomb needing to go down. JW have won, the trade is in. Flusher can win this round. He can win this round off of 1 kill and 1 kill alone, but Magic fires back and doesn't let him get away with it. Spirit pick up 11 just when you think Fnatic are going to take us over the line and to a third map. Spirit silence them and break the economy while doing so. An important B rush, Harry. They just go back to this site, round after round after round, and finally it has the results they required. Fnatic on Eco and Spirit given a chance to 2-0 this series.
I mean, at this point, if you're Fnatic, you've been conditioned for these B plays just round after round, right? And so, you know, we've already seen them putting 3 players. Now that's a no. I got to interrupt whatever I was saying. Now, Hugo, read this stat right now.
Magix is younger than the original Ice Age film.
That's wild, man. That's wild. That is insane. And he's so good at Counter-Strike. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I love. Where did Ice Age come from? Why Ice Age? I love a great film.
Because it's a film that everyone knows. You know, we all know what Ice Age is.
True.
We're all there when it was made.
Yeah.
Apart from Magic's, apparently. We all know it. We all love it. And I'm sure he's seen Ice Age. I think it's like a cultural stepping stone, really. Like, you know, if you haven't seen Ice Age, then I don't know. I don't really trust you.
Tech issues either way. We have 60 seconds before we get back into the action, so don't you worry. Just sit back, relax, grab yourself a beverage, maybe.
Hugo, man, you could be our Sid the Sloth, and I'll be Manny. Is that the name of the mammoth? I'm pretty sure it is. It kind of lines up, right? I've said it.
Yeah, Sid, he was pretty cool. I think, Harry, I'm closer to the dude with the acorn. What's his name?
Dude with, I think it's Scratch.
That's it, the little Rat King.
The little Rat King.
Yeah, just climbing around, picking up his acorn, burrowing it in ice for ages. Oh, I figured it out.
Oh, whoa, I see. Okay, it all makes sense.
Oh god, 13-11 here.
Yeah, Hugo, I don't want to hear any more stories about you borrowing your acorn. Okay, I want to focus on this game at hand. Team Spirit, 11 rounds to their name, and they're looking to get back into this. As you mentioned before we had this little tech pause, that last round victory going their way has broken the economy of Fnatic. Fnatic, wow. They've taken a real risk here. They've gone for the force buy heading into this round.
Yeah, foraging for nuts here in the CT side. They do have a lot of utility, but no kit for the retake. That is to be expected anyway. The bomb goes down, you've often lost it regardless. More cases than not, at least. JW's pushed apartments. We've not really seen Spirit take too much control here, apart from one of the 2 rounds that they burst out into the pit. Magic's holding. He won't let JW get away with his cheeky, aggressive CT play. Brolin, though, he might give it another go. Magic's is still holding, but Brolin with a CZ is someone not to be messed with. And if he swings here, Magix isn't going to win this fight because he's holding for a walk. He's holding for a gap. Throws a long smoke. That's the timing. Oh, dear, not the weapon, though. Brolin missing the shot. Crims is coming in to help him in the boiler, but he's just turned around as Sunday Young's jumped up into the apartments. Crims running back as well. 2 players from Fnatic retreating. And all this going on. Mir is trying to sell a B fake, trying to push in on his own. He might cut off the rotation, and the bomb is going to go right back. Golden's still here. Mir kills him, and now Fnatic, they may have had that A stack, but it's all in vain.
Oh dear. Flush up. Delete Mir.
Molly.
Oh, Mir. Now, Flush up with this AK, armed, but not exactly dangerous as he gets put on down. Brolin. Now we're going to look to hold on to this CZ.
That's if Sunday Young lets him.
Sunday Young, you know, not really known to be the most sparing of individuals. That CZ does tap down Magix. That's anyone else using the CZ other than Brolin. That's 13-7 kind of angle. Ooh, another kill for Brolin, and that's now an AK. He'll take that all day long. This is great. Brolin's happy with this. He's laughing. He's having a good time. Oh, never mind. It's all for nothing. Brolin hates it now. Doesn't even want to be here. 12-13, Team Spirit. They find him at the very, very end, and they deny that AK save. So now that decision to go for the force buy it's left Fnatic in a, you know, I mean, it's not like the end of the world, right? They still have room to maneuver.
The other side of the coin is they would be broke hit anyway, and they'd be double eco. Like, all that does is give them a chance to win it, right? It does take away from their next rifle round, but they're going to have everything they need apart from the AWP pretty much. So, yeah, I'm not even against it for Fnatic. I would have forced there too, and considering you're on the CT side, it feels like it's the right call. Obviously, this is the danger, right? Like, JW could have saved for the AWP, and he didn't. So now he's got a FAMAS, but he's also got full util. So, you know, swings and roundabouts here for Fnatic. Things are okay. They're not perfect, but Spirit, they built into this game on the T side. It was a 7-round T side for Fnatic. Spirit need to one-up that, and they're on the road to doing so. Here's that buy. Spirit now with money to fall back on as well. I think it's the biggest danger for Fnatic. They're going to need to win multiple CT rounds with not a lot either, and all about keeping it clean, as you have to do on the CT side. Because if Fnatic win this round with 2 alive, Spirit's next buy round is going to be better than Fnatic again. So, yeah, the pressure really is on here for Fnatic. They are no longer favored in this map, despite being on the CT side. They're going to have to rely on individuals. That's all you can do here on the CT side of Inferno. Hope that someone could save you in a sight hold. Set some flashbangs up for your teammates, try and assist those kills. And hope, of course, Spirit makes some mistakes along the way, but that's not been all too consistent in this series. Spirit a map up right now, looking for the 2-0. Setting their sights towards A, where 3 Fnatic players harbor.
Yeah, Spirit, they've loved these B plays, and so they leave Mir at top banana just to hold on to it. This gives them options later on in the round, right? Mir can do a number of things from this position. He can just hold it and allow for this bomb to rotate back, and this is looking like now an A fake with a B rotation later on in the round. They throw all this utility in, and actually, no, it goes the other way. I was going to say, right, the 2 ways that Mir can play is he holds banana and they rotate back to him, or he throws the fake util into B. And this is great because Fnatic, they've been worried about these B plays all CT side long. It looked like maybe Crims was going to rotate off, but he decides against it. And that decision, this decision to keep the 3-man stack at A, could make all the difference now for Fnatic. Team Spirit knocking on the door, and Brolin is there, not exactly giving warm responses, warm greetings to the Team Spirit gang. JW forces a fight in the apartments. They do deal with the man in pit. The flash.
What?
Oh, time is so low though. Time's the problem. Crims can end this whole round right now. JW's dropped the bomb and it's over. It's done. 14 on the board for Fnatic. Disbalance able to get out of there with the AWP just about. But it's 14 for the Swedes. Yeah. They narrowly get that one on the board, and it's a matter of that one just coming down to the time. The flashes are good to delay the pushes.
I'm going to need to check this after this game, but it feels like the Spirit haven't won an A round on the T side. It feels like they've only won B executes, and going back to another A play, it's just very jagged, it's very staggered, and yeah, Fnatic are able to pick their fights. JW even getting aggressive in the apartments, and I think the idea there for Spirit was, oh, Fnatic, they're gonna be, you know, leaning towards B. We've done so many B hits. Fnatic will have 3 there. That wasn't the case. Crims makes the right call. Crims has always been a good Inferno player. I feel like no matter what roster of Fnatic we've had with Crims here, he has always been the best Inferno, best performer on Inferno for Fnatic, always saving them. And here and now he is today. 14-13, Fnatic have given themselves a lifeline. Spirit want that B site is treated them kindly throughout, but the grenade won't treat Golden kindly, removes him from the round. Fnatic, do they want to gamble with the rotate? Because Spirit have gone quiet off of that kill, and they can go anywhere. The bomb's still ramp. We have 2 players lurking mid in apps, and Spirit are far from committing. Crims will rotate eventually. And that's going to pull Brolin over towards long. Make sure that Spirit can't wrap the CT spawn, but it's going to be a B execute. If only Spirit went off the back of that kill, they would have just had 1 dude alone and probably won the round. But now, at least they're going to be grouping, coming in as a 5-man unit into a 3-man setup. And it just feels obvious at this point. Why would Fnatic lean anywhere else, given how this game has gone?
Yeah, Crims even getting put up in the boost. And as you say, with 3 players here, this is going to be a bloodbath for Team Spirit. They've really given a lot of time to Fnatic to rotate these players in. And there's Flusher removing the first. 20 seconds left. This bomb's got to get into the site. They've got to go now. No one's checking the boost. No one's pre-aiming it, and no one's looking this way. Crims could get away with a lot, and they do swing. They do check him. But Flusher still alive, still causing problems. The time might run out again. It can't come down to the timer. They do deal with Flusher, and the bomb plot just coming in with a millisecond to spare. Team Spirit left up in a 2v1. JW on the other side, and Spirit, they've somehow made something of this round. JW Can he secure map point for Fnatic here? This is a very tall order. I disbalance at Banana, but he's looking the wrong way. No one's watching CT right now. The smoke's going to go down from JW. They've been burned by this Banana player before. And so temporarily, JW has isolated himself a 1v1 inside of the site. He's looking for Magix, but Magix is going to swing wide, takes the kill with him. 14 on the board for Team Spirit. And now Fnatic's money is gone.
That's so frustrating for JW. He tries to like outbrain Magix there, right? He throws a CT smoke, he flashes himself in. He then goes around to check coffins for the flank, and Magix isn't there. And Magix just swings and kills JW like it's nothing. That's so frustrating. JW plays it perfectly. He plays the brain game, but it's the aim game that wins Spirit the round. 14-14. Magix at the age of 16 has won over 30K estimate. That would take him over 11 years of minimum wage labor to earn in Russia. So, yeah, I mean, profit. That's been the name of the game for Spirit, not just in this season, but in this game. They are the ones with the money, and Fnatic, well, they're wishing they were. It's going to have to be an eco. They've got to play for OT at this point. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, or they will get cracked. So eco with grenades, with some pistols here for Fnatic. Might see some mid-nades, but what else can you hope for? Fnatic could fall back to what they used to do on pistol rounds a lot, which is like give up B and play grenades to throw on the coffins on a planter. We'll see if those two come in later. One goes down Banana at least early, but Flusher and Golden on B are holding on to theirs. Might just be a late logs throw, and yeah, there you go. Nice nade either way, good damage, but you are relying on pistols in this round.
Yeah, the one thing is though, right, is that this scoreline up against the pistols, it's actually kind of scary. Like, no one for Team Spirit wants to be the first to fall. You don't want to be the guy to put the AK in the hands of Fnatic and put your team in the 4-on-5. And we're already seeing Team Spirit look a lot more reserved here. No one wants to go down first.
And if you think back to that other round where Spirit kept hitting B, and then they went, guys, we finally need to switch it up. We finally need to go A, and they lost that round. This might be another one of them, Harry. They're faking B. Fnatic have a 4-man A setup, and Spirit, they don't want to walk into a B stack with pistols. That seems to be the obvious call for Fnatic. And because it's the obvious call, Fnatic have done the polar opposite. And Spirit are now, with the bomb, walking into a 4-man pistol setup. This round is very winnable for Fnatic.
Yeah, but they get that kill up in apartments, and now they sit with the man advantage. Only 3 players, but still, that's quite the stack here inside of Ace. Some Young creeping up close. Mir about to find Flusher on the other side of this smoke. These kills are instrumental. Brolin only good for 1. Krim still alive, still a threat, but not able to do the damage. He's left Golden in the 1v2. Map and series point on the line for Team Spirit. Re-smoke down on Moto, and that's just going to cut Golden out the round even longer. He's desperately looking. There's a little gap for him to go peeking through here into the pit, but no one is giving him this fight. And Team Spirit, they don't have to. They're playing this very, very well. The one thing this squad definitely have is patience. And so Golden now going through this smoke, but the time is so low. Does seal the deal onto Magix, but Young is peeking late from the pit with this crossfire set up. It's map and series point for Team Spirit. Fnatic going to try and take us to overtime.
This is so impressive for Spirit, regardless of how this map actually ends up, whether they win it or not. Like, the fact that they've gotten here is incredible, right? You know, Fnatic, Spirit win the pistol in the second half at an equal half. Fnatic go on a 5-round streak. Spirit still come in with answers, with solutions to the problems Fnatic are poisoning them. And, well, now it's all for this. It's all for round number 30. Do or die for Spirit. Grenades down mid and Banana. Molotovs burn everyone here for Spirit. Harry, I feel like I've got a serious case of time dilation in this series. The amount of rounds that Spirit have come down, even in that previous one, planting with 20 seconds left, it feels like these rounds are faster. It doesn't feel like they're coming down to the last few seconds, but they always are. Spirit taking their sweet time. And, well, to good avail. 5-on-5 right now. Similar to the previous round, no one wants to be the first man to die. They've taken the apartments. There's a man holding on to B, that's Mir. Fnatic are passive inside of B. And with 2 smokes left up as well, it would be very difficult to bait them both out for Spirit, and time is already ticking, so it might just be this A execute. The bomb is dropped down mid, so if things go wrong, if things get hairy, Spirit can turn around 180 and run back towards B.
A bit of chip damage there from JW in through the smoke. That's brought Chopper low, and yet Team Spirit, they've done exactly as you say, Hugo. They leave mid, they go back towards this B site, and there's only Golden here. He does have a re-smoke, and that's going to go down now. Team Spirit, they've either got to go through that or this push gets left to the final 15 seconds of the round. And we know they're a fan of it, but that might not be the decision made here. The nades, the smokes all going in, but no push behind it. Now they go. Now they try and pick up the pace. Flusher through the smoke. Gets away with one. Golden peeking at the coffins, and one by one, they're all falling. Magix has made it feel like maybe there's a chance. Flusher trying to deny the bomb plant, but it does get planted.
That's his teammate's flash.
3 on 4 now. In the post plant for the game, and Chopper nailing the first. Some Die Young in with another, looking to follow up here, locked in this duel, and Brolin's gonna find him. It's Magix and Chopper. Chopper with 1 point of health, so Magix has got to stand tall, and he does nail the first man. JW now, things are heating up for him. He looks for the kill in the pool, but he can't find it. In Team Spirit, they take this series 2-0. They lock in a win over Fnatic. They do it on Nuke in a dominant fashion, and then here on Inferno, it's a lot closer. Fnatic, they were in control at one point in time, but the Spirit boys, man, have they upset the grade here.
That was crazy. It was so impressive. I want to talk quickly about that last round. I think Flusher would have made that into OT if someone from Fnatic didn't throw a flash. Flusher was coming from coffins with a UMP. He found the planter. He did like 80 damage. He couldn't finish the kill, and then a flash comes through. It blinds Flusher. He falls out, and then Fnatic lose a round. You know, obviously it's a little detail, but that could have been OT. That could have been extra rounds. That could have been Fnatic taking it to overpass, but they fall 2-0 in this series. Spirit, Harry, we hyped them up, and for good reason.
Yeah, and Magix at the end showing us why we've been talking about him as the young gun in this team with so much promise, right? I can't wait to see just how far this Team Spirit squad go here at the DreamHack Masters Spring. For the rest of this to continue, though, we've got to throw it over to a quick break. We'll be back with the analyst desk, and they'll be breaking down the madness we just saw. You don't want to miss it, so don't go anywhere.
There's a whole lot of red and there's a whole lot of green. I'm trying to paint you a picture. I'm talking about, statistically speaking, in this series. The Spirit, by the way, just won 2-0, kind of convincingly, even 16-14, the closest it got in the series on Inferno. The red and green, that's all representative there in of the stats. The Fnatic and Spirit, all players on Fnatic in the red, all players on Spirit in the green. Of course, for us, we are here in the flesh. Digitally, of course, I've got that of Christine, and I do have Blay with me. And I guess for all the haters out there, it's now time to silence them. It is Some Die Young and company that shut down Fnatic.
Yeah, they do, and they do it convincingly, right? And again, Fnatic, like Inferno, it continues to be a problem for them. When they win, it's always like overtime or going the full distance, and this time it does go to full distance, but they don't get the win. Credit to Team Spirit of Potter. I mean, it's not just about outplaying Fnatic, it's also individually, they seem to be the better players here today.
Yeah, definitely, and which is so surprising to say, but you're right. I mean, individually, they made all the right decisions, whereas Fnatic, they made all the wrong decisions. I mean, how many post-play scenarios did we have with the bomb down, just 2 seconds left in the round, and they can win? And then you have Crims going for more frags, Flusha going for more frags. It's bizarre to think that such practiced veteran players are making small, simple mistakes that in turn end up losing them the round. So yeah, for sure, kudos to Spirit for being able to capitalize on these advantages. But Fnatic, we gotta admit, I mean, I wrote down 3 post-plant rounds that they should have won that they ended up losing.
Well, Christine, why don't we just have a couple words about that right here, right now? We're going to bring Some Die Young into the picture and talk a little bit about the Spirit side. Then we're going to have the opportunity to catch up with Fnatic, who are still trying to catch up to you, Some Die Young. You guys absolutely pulverized them. You smashed them. Let's just look at Nuke, and let's just look at a 16-13 to kick this thing off. Did you expect such an easy T-half?
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Oh, I think it's muted in Discord.
Okay, give me a sec.
There we go.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
There we go.
Hello.
There we go. Whew. All right. So, hello. Привет.
Привет.
Did you hear my question at all? Should I read it?
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah.
All right. Let's go for it.
I don't know. We expect a bit more from them, I think, but it is what it is.
Did you guys discuss as a team prior to this series where you wanted to take the duels? Because no matter what JW or Crims were throwing your way, your team, they were always ready for it. Going back over to Nuke, I mean, whether you were HE-grenading JW at his peaks or shutting down Flusha outside, how are you so well prepared?
Actually, it's our normal game, and we didn't change anything on Nuke versus them. So that's how we play normally.
When you saw the 3 maps coming in, Samdayang, like it was of course Nuke, Inferno, and Overpass. Were you really happy there? Because looking at his 3 maps, I feel like these are 3 maps which you're going to be very comfortable on.
Yeah, I think my pool was really good for us. It's because of our coach always picking well, I think.
Which, you know, that's one side of it. Let's talk a little bit about what your coach brings to the table during the game. Is he calming a lot with you guys? What is it that's making Team Spirit look so damn good right now?
Our coach talking only on our tactical timeouts. He don't talk in game. We trying to practice this in because we want to be prepared for LAN when they come again. So that's what we're doing.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I don't think many teams have or can say the same thing right there. So you're trying to stay ahead of the curve is basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, Christine, Blay, if you guys don't have anything else for the man, I mean, he is a winner. He does get to do what he wants.
I do have a quick question here right now. I mean, like, let's be real here. I think a lot of people might even call you perhaps second, or if not the best CIS team right now form-wise, right? Is that like a little bit of extra pressure on your shoulders right now, considering Na'Vi are kind of in a slump at the moment?
I don't think we have any pressure of it. I think that's a place that we need to be, and we need to move forward and forward step by step.
All right.
That makes sense to me. Okay, Samdayang, we're going to get you out of here, man. Congratulations to Team Spirit, and good luck going forward in this group.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so we've got Samdayang. We've sent him out of here. Now let's talk about what he just said before we bring in our next guest. He just said that they are practicing as if they will be going to LAN instead of using the rule sets and everything, you know, provided that we don't have LAN. How do you two feel about that? Christine, what's your take?
I mean, I think it's good, right? And we always talk about being proactive and as proactive as you can and thinking ahead, thinking about the bigger picture. And as a young team, I mean, going through the reps and being as practiced as possible, that's what it takes, right? So I like the fact that they're not just leading towards advantages that they're not going to have 6 months from now. So, I mean, I appreciate that.
I mean, they're literally playing in hard mode right now. I do believe almost every other team out there have their coach in the server calming, right? Even Astralis, if you think about it, the fact that they don't have Glaive, I'm almost 100% sure that Zonic is in that server, pretty much, you know, calling, helping Magist call at the same time. So kudos to them. They're winning against big teams like a Fnatic while still having the coach only talk during tactical timeouts. That's pretty impressive, I won't lie. Yeah,
that is very impressive. We're actually going to bring up a stats helix right now and kind of walk you all through something that we thought was pretty cool. And what was that exactly?
This is basically the how ballsy they were when they're placed, right? If you take a look at this one, this is round number 8 coming in from Team Spirit. I'll just play this one for you. It's a man advantage coming in for for Fnatic, 2-man advantage in fact. And you can see JW, Brawl, and Crims over here towards brackets. They do get a kill. Magist does get a kill onto Magix, gets kill on the Brawl, so that leaves a 4v3. Now look what happens. You have Mir repositioning here and making his way towards CD spawn. Is going to be coming there very, very quickly. We have Samdayang flashing from Magix towards long. And then what we see here is Crims is pushing deep towards the hay bales area, and a little bit of a lull at the moment. Now what's going to happen here is Samdayang is going to be flashed out. He's going to find Crims, helped out with a flashbang from Magix. And now in the 3v3, what does Magix do? He pushes out towards short. And this is giving a lot of information to Mir. And Mir now starts hearing Flusha towards CD spawn. So he waits patiently. Now they know it's going to be played. The rotation's already taking place, right? So Mir's already ready. And from the man advantage that Fnatic had, now it's a 3v2. And it does come down to, of course, JW in the end to clutch this one out. Magix doing a lot of damage onto Golden. Mir gets the kill. Bomb down, JW in 1v3. This should be the round for Spirit, and Spirit should have won that round based off that aggression from Magix. Of course, JW does clutch it out with a highlight-worthy moment, getting that 1v3 with the AWP with a couple of no-scopes in the end there. But a very impressive play from Spirit, just showing how proactive they are. They're not just sitting in the sides and waiting patiently. And I feel that kind of was one of the biggest factors in them winning this particular game.
Yeah, and wild scenes, really. There were a lot, especially here on Inferno, things seemed to go back and forth over and over and over again. Look at JW right here, the Wonder Child, as he would call himself, as we would call him, or better yet, maybe he can call us. Is it about time for that? I think.
I don't know.
Oh, there it is. Right on time. Imagine that. Let's go ahead and bring in the Wonder Child. Let's bring JW in here, and let's start to ask some questions, man. Rough day in the office, was it?
Yeah, kind of, I guess.
Look, I think we just start this conversation right around Nuke. How is it that, you know, we see such a kind of flat-looking Fnatic on Nuke, and you guys have such life on Inferno? What happened on Nuke?
I think we didn't really get into the game. We knew that they're very capable individual players. We know that they are insanely good when they hit their shots. So I think they just got out at the right foot, and then when they had momentum, it was really hard for us to break through. Yeah, we tried what we could, but they managed to do the right calls at the right timings, and they hit their shots. We didn't.
Okay, I have a quick one for you. This is going to be a little bit of a hard question, right? You guys had a very good time in Pro League, a great showing there, and then from Road to Rio, and continuing on to now, like even taking into account today's games, it has been a little rough for you guys. It has. What really changed there? Could it be the fact that just, you know, all this online Counter-Strike, too many games? What's really happening in the camp?
I'm not sure. I don't really like to blame the online thing. I mean, it's the same for everyone. Of course, we love to compete at LAN and we love to travel and see crowds and all that, but it's the same business for everyone at home, I think. So the online part is nothing you can blame, I think. Sure, the less experienced players are gonna take some advantage of it because they don't get nervous or whatever at home. But I think it's just that we need to find our groove again, like working together. And I think we're gonna have a boot camp pretty soon to fix a lot of stuff, because obviously we are not satisfied as well, and we feel that things are not working out. So I think it's just a matter of us actually getting down together and putting in the hard work together, because right now of course we're working hard, but it's not feeling natural at this point, I think. So I think we need to sit down together.
And JW, Christine, I'm going to let you get in there too, but JW, I just want to expand on what you've just said there, because you're saying that you're not exactly happy with the way the team's playing together. Can you maybe think of any specific moments in this matchup where you're like, okay, this is not how we practice. This is not how Fnatic plays. This is not what should be happening.
I don't think it comes down to things we do in practice. I think it comes more down to individual decisions on an individual level. For example, I think on CT pistol round, I shouldn't have pushed that fast behind them, but I kind of felt that the Ts were moving in, so I kind of misunderstood the whole situation from my teammates. I think if I chill at Banana there, I can probably win the round for my team instead, but now we kind of lost it. Also around where we was like 2-4 or 2-3 or something, and I had a feeling that they were gonna go Banana, so I wanted to clear middle before I rotated back defensive, and there was one guy still in boiler. He got me, and then they had like more map control than us. So I think it's more on an individual level when it comes to decision making that we need to adjust. But it's also the hardest one to adjust, because you can't really. We are a team that trusts our gut feelings, and we want to play on our gut feelings. That's what makes us one of the strongest teams, I think. So we just need to, I think, sit down together on a boot camp or something and discuss certain moments, like when is it worth going for the gut feelings and when is it not worth it, because sometimes the risk is higher than the reward.
Speaking about the risks and rewards, there was one round in particular on Inferno. It was a 2 versus 1, you and Crims versus MIR, I believe, towards that A-bomb site. You were gathering information towards lane, and then you peeked, and Crims was the big pit player. In this scenario, do you always expect your second player to immediately trade you, or should they play the bomb there? Because in most scenarios, or most cases, I would imagine the big pit player would play the bomb, and in this particular instance, 2 more seconds that he would have won the round by explosion. So what is your team's protocols in this scenario? Do you always want to go for those fights and trades?
I think it's very, like, it depends on every case. I think it's done on a case-by-case basis. This one, we were pretty sure that he would have a kit. It's hard to, I mean, it's easy to know when you have the facts that he didn't have a kit that
Of course.
it was 2 seconds left. But if we didn't play that, then he would have to buy like 7 seconds of time instead of just 2 seconds. So that make a huge difference. But I think in that round it was more that we got a bit eager, maybe because we were climbing back from a 2-on-4 situation or something. So I think it was more that we got a bit too eager to actually claw back and finalize the round, I guess. And I think I should also have both frags from the bomb site there, but I didn't get my kill either. So it's hard to say, but obviously it's done on a case-by-case basis if we should play the bomb or push them together.
Hey, I want to get you out of here. I know that you guys probably want to go over that matchup and continue on with your day, but I've got just one question I'm going to leave you with here. We're about to witness the changes of both Godsent and FaZe go down in the server, right? We got Farlig coming in on one side and someone I'm going to call Bemis coming in on the other side. Now, not what do you know about these players, but what can you tell us about the new FaZe here? What can you tell us about Olaf stepping back and taking a break? How does that, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel pretty sad. I love to see success from our old core and the team that we used to be. All the players, I wish them all the best, of course. So I think this is going to be a very interesting one because Bemis is a really good up-and-coming player, but I know Olaf is easily one of the best teammates that I have ever played with. Like, his communication is always on point. He like helps the whole team to play a lot better because he's so good at communicating and the way he communicates. So I think that part, I don't know how hard it will hit FaZe. So I think it's going to be really, really interesting. But it's very sad for me to see Olaf not playing, and I hope he don't retire.
Yeah, man. I think, and that's a good place for us to leave it right there. JW, I want to, show my appreciation towards you, but moreover, thankful for your humble words. You really came out here and kind of laid it all out here as is, and you didn't point fingers at your teammates. You were talking about yourself, and I can respect the hell out of that. Thank you for your time. Commiserations, JW. We'll catch up with you another day.
Thank you.
All right. So that was kind of cool. I did enjoy that. What'd you two take out of it?
One thing which you touch upon, and I really do appreciate it, brings it up, right? It's Fnatic style. Like, we love to watch it. It's exciting Counter-Strike. It's different from everyone else. They don't play the numbers. They don't play the percentages as most people would want to play, right? It's completely the antithesis of an Astralis, so to speak. But when you play that way and it doesn't click, that's when you start asking questions, what's wrong? Because you don't have data to back it up. You don't know what could be what's, bringing you down. The X factor is missing. But if you don't know what the X factor is yourself, like, how do you solve the problem? So I think it is a conundrum for Fnatic at the moment that they will be figuring out. Hopefully this bootcamp probably fixes things. And I like the fact that JW was very honest about how he said a lot of individual mistakes taking place. Potter, like you mentioned, that 1v2, for example, that they went for the peak, even though one of the players was super low. And even the final round, I think Flush almost got a planner there. That could have gone away of overtime. But a team flash comes in from his own teammate 3D Spawn. That is something which should not be happening to a team like Fnatic. So a few... they're looking a little frayed around the edges at the moment, but it is Fnatic. And yeah. I do believe they should hopefully soon be bouncing back.
Yeah, well, we can't, can't deny that there were some airhead moments in that game for sure. Either way, we got another game coming up, and I'm sure you two are as excited for this one as I am, which is going to be coming up after an extended break. Now, of course, that game is going to feature FaZe. It's going to feature Godsent and a new look on both sides of the server. We're going to be jumping into that best of 3 when we come back in an extended amount of time. So you know what that means. Keep your eyes on the timer in the bottom of the screen. It'll keep you up to date. We'll be here with you when we return.